Hey everybody! Alright, so I made a couple of changes. Yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, I was running one extra surgical on the side, so I was running a full 4 surgical in the side, or in the 75, mostly because of that Tron matchup to shore it up. I figure I probably don't need all 4. I mean, 3 should be good enough. The 3 surgical and 4 needles should be really good against the Tron matchup, I figure. But I do know that I need 4 outs to Stony Silence and Chalice of the Void. So 2 main deck decays, 2 sideboard seals. I did take out the Ancient Grudge in the side because the affinity matchup is already pretty outstanding. But I do need to make sure that I'm prepared for Stony Silences and Chalices. I hear Chalice is starting to get played more often now. So I haven't experienced it myself, but it's something I need to worry about. But I got 2 games to record real quick. Yeah, these 2 right here. This first game, my opponent just had really bad luck with having to mull down, and then just it was not going well for him or her. I felt bad for them. Yeah, mulling and mulling. What, mulled a 5? Yeah, okay. So I keep. What is this? Okay, there we go. I keep, it's a decent hand. I figure I can just early bell and just blind mill like crazy because I can surgical opponent stuff and revival mine. I normally don't like blind mill, but in this case it looks like it's going to work out great. I got Spellbomb to slow down any fast aggressive stuff, so I immediately use the bell, and I see my opponent's playing Bogles, so it should be a decent, relatively easy matchup. Spellbomb does very little here. Yeah, my opponent already concedes from the get-go because they mulled down to 4, and I guess they got crapped out on lands and/or creatures. So yeah, it was unfortunate. Surgical here doesn't really do a whole lot, but Noctis Revival, all I had to do was land a bridge, and I mean, really, because my opponent has no interaction with my graveyard. In this case, self-milling makes it so I'm essentially drawing 2 cards a turn, digging 2 cards a turn into the bridge, not including being able to draw an extra card with Spellbomb. So opponent conceded pretty quick. I mean, Bogles is almost a bye with this matchup anyways, so it was already rough. This hand, I'm happy with it. Of course, I sided in my removal for Stony Silence because I fully expected it. But I'm hoping I can do a early enough Thoughtseize into Surgical to get rid of Stony Silence and lay down the lock and dig to a bridge and keep my opponent off of anything. So I go with it. Of course, I fully expect my opponent to go all out Bogle on me. Yeah, rough moles, I know, right? So I picked the Ethereal Armor to try to slow down my opponent. Yeah, another surgical doesn't do a whole lot for me, but I just play out because at this point I know all I need to do is I can keep my opponent off of artifact destruction, get to a bridge, and I win. So I can take a couple of hits here. I do need to empty out my hand, though. Come on, empty out. There we go. Yeah, my opponent has Nature's Claims. Turns out the only thing my opponent had was Nature's Claim to deal with the deck. So I can afford to take this 1 hit. Mill myself. I don't need Seal. So I dig down to a Noxious Revival, so that's pretty cool. Go ahead and start working on emptying my hand. My opponent has no answers in deck at all. Yeah, I go ahead and put Academy Ruins on top. So now I'm going to get my bells back, and that's complete and utter lock after that. I mean, I already have 3 mill rocks. Getting the bells back and then drawing into this is going to be fantastic. Heck, I don't even have to draw into that. I could just mill like crazy with bells and shredders, and I'll mill myself into more mill and win. But the opponent was in a bad situation here. Fortunately, I was able to land that bridge early enough. But like I said, just early disruption and then go for the self mill until I hit a bridge, and it worked out.